If you follow the news, you may have heard the phrase truth to power. The leftist and intellectual cabal often misuse the phrase to make baseless allegations against the incumbent Modi government. But whenever they are asked to give evidence or proof for making those allegations, they resort to playing the victim card. But the fact is, truth to power applies not just in politics but in every sphere, be it cinema, sports, or education. We at TFI have been rattling the elites who are in power in these spheres. But unlike the leftist cabals, we have been backing our claims with facts. The recent drastic measures taken by edtech giant BYJU's vindicate our claims that the startup is in a deep spot of bother. It is falling short in commitment towards its subsidiaries, partners, and customers at large. Hi and welcome to TFIPost. I am your host Ananya Sharma. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you are watching us on Facebook, do like, share, and subscribe to the page. Let's begin the video. There is a famous saying that it is more difficult to stay on top than getting there. This aptly fits the edtech giant BYJU's. The education startup raced to the top, and within a decade of its establishment, it became the first startup to get a decacorn status. A decacorn is a startup that has a valuation of more than $10 billion. But it seems that the fizz around BYJU's is fast phasing out. It is struggling to complete its incessant buy-offs and is failing to earn any profit. During the COVID pandemic, the country witnessed a surge in the demand for online classes. Established market players like BYJU's utilized this pandemic-driven demand and they expanded as if the post-pandemic era would never come. Without giving a second thought, they went on a hiring and acquisition spree. But it seems that those unplanned decisions are coming back to haunt the edtech giant. The demand for online education is witnessing a slump. It has forced the edtech giant to revisit its strategy and draw new plans before it is too late. The BYJU's team has recently announced that it is aiming to become a profitable enterprise by the March of 2023. Currently, its balance sheets are in the red territory. For this, it is optimizing its marketing and operational cost. This will include a mass layoff, and the edtech giant may fire around 5% or 2,500 employees within the period of next 6 months. In a media interaction with PTI, BYJU's co-founder Divya Gokulnath informed that the company will start focusing on building brand awareness overseas through new partnerships. At a time of such drastic measures, it is mulling about hiring another 10,000 teachers for India and overseas business. At a time when demand is dropping world over, the company is in plans to add 50% more workforce in the teaching staff. As per company data, it currently employs around 20,000 teachers. It seems that with a single stroke of a pen, it is expanding its workforce without proper plan and management. Struggling to improve its finances and register profits, the startup said that the layoffs are a step to cut costs and achieve overall profitability. Along with the firing spree, the edtech giant has consolidated its subsidiaries. It has subsumed Topper, Merit Nation, Tutor Vista, Scholar, and HashLearn into a single business unit. It informed that Akash and Great Learning will keep functioning as separate organizations. With the consolidation, it has tried to reduce its operational cost. The employees shown the exit doors mostly hailed from its subsidiary units like Topper and White Hat Junior. Apart from its subsidiaries, it has rationalized its core team of sales and marketing operations, content and design teams. As per media reports, around 350 employees of Topper were removed from their jobs. Another 300 employees have been forced to resign. Reportedly, the company is using strong-arm tactics with these employees and have threatened to withhold their salaries in case they resist the decision of the company. Moreover, BYJU's has asked around 600 contractual employees to leave. This is not the first mass layoff undertaken by BYJU's. In June, it fired employees by hundreds. The company has postponed its plans to file for an initial public offering. Earlier, the startup was falling short of its commitment and not meeting its end of the deal to its subsidiaries. We had written extensively about this in our various reports. It rattled the BYJU's co-founders so much so that they started sharing morphed pictures of our articles claiming itself as successful as Brahmastra. The earlier analogy given by BYJU's co-founder Divya Gokulnath aptly fits on BYJU's balance sheet. Just like the Ranbir starrer Brahmastra, BYJU's has not clocked profit. It is currently valued at $22 million. In May, it posted a net loss of $577.4 million for the fiscal year 2021 due to higher promotion and employee expenses. Apart from rejecting the obvious, it started to cover its track. In the recent months, it is clearing its debts and commitments. It cleared all its dues to Blackstone and paid $234 million. It owed the said amount to the global investment giant courtesy of its deal to acquire Akash, TechCrunch, for an investment of $1 billion. In our earlier articles, we have highlighted how BYJU's used technical loopholes to readjust the revenues in positive terms. In an audit, its official audit firm Deloitte Haskins & Sells found that BYJU's accounted for interest payment to its partner loan financing companies under revenue rather than under finance costs. It claimed that the interest is in the nature of payments to customers. Although the edtech giant is fulfilling its obligations to Blackstone and its subsidiaries, it shouldn't forget about its major obligation to the poor parents it entrapped in its concealed EMI schemes. Further, it has to come up to clean on its revenue numbers, as we have highlighted the misgivings and financial irregularities in the balance sheets. The recent firing spree highlights that the company messed up by making hasty decisions to acquire new ventures without any plan to get the proper resources required to pull the deals through. It should realize that in a greed to capture the entire education market, it should not end up becoming second Kingfisher Airways or Elon Musk, who have suffered troubling situations due to unplanned acquisitions and buyouts.